What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction, and in this one, we have 16 unbelievable secrets of the Netherlands, Europe's most eccentric country. Before we dive in, if you guys happen to enjoy, please don't forget to smash subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. Let's get to it.
Don't let the size of the Netherlands fool you. It's a heavyweight on the world stage. This country built empires, invented household technology, and even inspired America's independence. Buckle up for 15 Dutch facts that will change the way you see history forever. Please note, there may not be a wealth of original video footage from the Netherlands in this episode. So many scenes are illustrated with images rather than video clips. I hope this does not take away from your enjoyment, and I warmly welcome any corrections or additions, whether visual or textual, as there may be some mistakes. I read and reply to every comment. Fact 1. Tulip Tribute, the Netherlands' annual gift to Canada. Every spring, the Netherlands sends Canada a gift of 20,000 tulip bulbs, a tradition that began in the aftermath of World War II. This floral gesture is a heartfelt thank you to Canada for sheltering the Dutch royal family during the war and for the role Canadian soldiers played in liberating the Netherlands. The blooming tulips each May in Ottawa are not just beautiful, they're a living symbol of friendship and gratitude between the two nations, celebrated annually at the Canadian Tulip Festival.
Love that. Absolutely love that. Definitely did not know that, and that is a very interesting fact between Canada and the Netherlands. Huh.
2. Dutch Genius, a world of inventions. When it comes to shaping the modern world, the Dutch have punched far above their weight in the invention department.
Agreed.
The Netherlands is the birthplace of the compact disc, thanks to the tech giants at Philips revolutionizing the way we listen to music. Dutch inventor Jaap Hartsen brought Bluetooth to life, making wireless communication part of daily life.
That's crazy.
Wi-Fi, something we all now take for granted, traces its origins to the Dutch engineer Vic Hayes, often dubbed the father of Wi-Fi.
In the father of
science,
Wi-Fi.
Dutch spectacles gave rise to both the telescope and the microscope in the early 17th century, opening up new frontiers in astronomy and biology. Cornelis Drebbel invented the first practical submarine in the early 1600s, taking human exploration under the waves. The Dutch were also pioneers in safety. The modern fire hose, which saves countless lives, first appeared in the Netherlands in the late 17th century.
Crazy.
In transportation, the world's first four-wheel drive car hit the streets of Amsterdam at the start of the 20th century, proving the Dutch talent for engineering. At the start of the 20th century, proving the Dutch talent for engineering. The Dutch stock market, established in Amsterdam in the early 1600s, was the world's very first official stock exchange, shaping global finance. The Dutch even gave us the oldest national anthem still in use, Het Wilhelmus, dating back to the late 1500s, as well as the world's oldest tricolor flag. In short, the Dutch knack for innovation has influenced nearly every aspect of our daily lives, from science and music to finance and national identity.
That's freaking dope, bro. Shout out to the Dutch because it seems that they have done a ton in the world, right? Without the Dutch, humanity might still be in the dark ages. But Dutch innovation, I absolutely think it's sensational. And as you can see, they've invented things that without them, like they would be absolutely humongous losses to humanity.
Fact 3. Dutch Beats, home of the world's top DJs. The Netherlands is a global powerhouse in electronic music, producing a remarkable number of world-famous DJs. Names like Tiesto, Armin van Buuren, Martin Garrix, Hardwell, Afrojack, and Don Diablo have dominated international charts and festival stages. Dutch DJs are known for their crowd-pleasing energy and innovation, regularly topping DJ Mag's annual rankings and headlining massive events from Las Vegas to Ibiza.
That's so fire, bro. That's so
Fact
fire.
4. King's Day,
Hey.
the biggest party in Orange. King's Day, or Koningsdag, is the Netherlands' most vibrant national holiday, celebrated each year on the 27th of April to honor King Willem-Alexander's birthday. The entire country transforms into a sea of orange as people flood the streets wearing the national color, taking part in massive outdoor parties, concerts, and flea markets. Amsterdam's canals overflow with decorated boats, and the atmosphere is pure joy.
Yeah.
For one day, everyone in the Netherlands becomes a reveler, making it one of the world's most unique and joyful street celebrations.
I absolutely love that. I would love to be in the Netherlands for King's Day and just kind of get to be a part of that and see everybody in the streets celebrating and being excited. Like that to me would be absolutely awesome. When it comes to DJs, I honestly just don't listen to too many DJs. I don't really think they're too big here in the US. Like I maybe know one or two DJs off the top of my head. But I've seen movies and I absolutely respect their craft. I just don't know too much personally.
5. New York's Dutch beginnings, from New Amsterdam to the Big Apple.
I've heard about this.
Long before skyscrapers dotted the Manhattan skyline, New York was a humble Dutch settlement known as New Amsterdam, founded in the early 17th century. Dutch traders established their colony at the southern tip of Manhattan, bringing with them their customs, architecture, and business savvy. The legendary Peter Minuit famously purchased Manhattan Island, and the colony thrived under the rule of Governor Peter Stuyvesant. Even after the English takeover in 1664, Dutch influences remained, reflected in local place names, city planning, and even traditions. The Dutch legacy is still felt today as New York stands as a bustling symbol of international trade, multiculturalism, and the pioneering spirit brought over by its original settlers. Fact 6. Dutch pioneers in space, reaching for the stars. The Netherlands has a proud legacy in space exploration, playing an active role within the European Space Agency and producing astronauts who have truly made their mark.
That's amazing.
Wubbo Ockels became the first Dutchman in space aboard the space shuttle in 1985, inspiring a nation. André Kuipers followed, spending months aboard the International Space Station and conducting vital scientific research. Dutch technology and innovation continue to support key space missions, proving that even a small country can achieve big things beyond Earth's atmosphere.
That's so dope, bro. Again, that doesn't surprise. Like when it comes to the Dutch and being innovative or achieving things that seem impossible, it doesn't surprise me when they do it because it's such innovation that comes out of the Netherlands. It's an absolutely incredible thing. And then he said something else. He was just talking about before that. I did watch another video where they talked about New York, right, being a former Dutch colony. That's dope.
Fact 7. Early allies, Dutch support for American independence.
I saw that video
played a
too.
pivotal role in American history, being the very first country to formally recognize the United States as an independent nation in the late 18th century. Dutch held St. Eustatius famously fired the first salute to the American flag in 1776, signaling diplomatic support. Dutch bankers also helped finance the young United States during its struggle for independence.
Really?
This early partnership created a bond between the two countries that endures to this day, proving the Dutch commitment to freedom and international friendship.
Shout out to the Dutch, man. Love the
Fact
Dutch.
8.
Love
Dutch
the
in
Dutch.
disguise, everyday English words with Dutch roots.
Mm.
Many words we use in English every day have surprising Dutch origins. Take cookie, which comes from the Dutch word koekje or coleslaw, from koolsla, meaning cabbage salad. Even Yankee
Oh,
is believed to have Dutch roots, likely from the
really?
name Jan Kees. Words like dollar, stoel, and sea bass also come straight from the Dutch language.
Dang.
These linguistic influences are
That's
leftovers from the
insane.
era when Dutch traders and settlers were busy shaping the New World, quietly leaving their mark on the vocabulary we still use centuries later.
That's
Fact
dope.
9. Dutch Golden Age, a mighty maritime power and global legacy. Hey.
Nah, that's really awesome to kind of see that tightness, see that relationship between the U.S. and the Netherlands, where one, the Dutch were the first people to recognize America as an independent nation. So, shout out to the Dutch. That's freaking dope. And then he was just kind of talking about the Dutch and the U.S. Working together, or like not working it. English words that came from a Dutch foundation, that came from the Dutch, and we just kind of twisted them up a little bit, right? We changed them a little bit to fit the English vocabulary. But again, that's just another influence that the Dutch had.
In the 17th century, the Netherlands stood as the world's pre-eminent maritime and economic superpower, a true giant of the Golden Age. The Dutch Navy boasted the largest fleet on the seas, outclassing all rivals and enabling the Dutch to establish a globe-spanning empire. From colonizing Indonesia to landing in Australia, once dubbed New Holland, the Dutch left an unmistakable mark on the world map. Even New Zealand owes its name to the Dutch province of Zeeland, honoring the
Mm.
country's royal heritage. Dutch settlers founded iconic New York neighborhoods, naming Brooklyn after Brooklyn and Harlem after Harlem, both Dutch cities. During this era, Dutch merchants and explorers connected continents, created vast trading networks, and left their legacy in place names, cultures, and even languages on nearly every corner of the globe. The legacy of this mighty seafaring nation still shapes our modern world in ways both visible and hidden.
I like
Fact
that.
10. The French king who won Dutch hearts, Louis Napoleon's unlikely reign. Few people realize that the first king of Holland was not Dutch, but the younger brother of Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte. Louis Napoleon arrived in the Netherlands in the early 19th century and quickly became beloved for embracing Dutch language and culture.
Hmm.
He took Dutch lessons, distributed aid to disaster
Really?
victims, and even looked the other way on illegal trade with England, much to his brother's frustration. When Napoleon
Okay.
demanded 40,000 fresh Dutch troops for his armies, Louis dryly replied that there simply were not that many men left, thanks to
Wow.
earlier drafts. Louis's reign ended after just a few years when Napoleon recalled him, disappointed in his loyalty to the Dutch rather than to France. Yet the Dutch were genuinely sad to see their caring king leave.
Dang.
His time on the throne left a surprising legacy. The Dutch warmed to the idea of monarchy, paving the
Hmm.
way for the Prince of Orange to become King William I when
Dang.
monarchy returned.
That's kind of crazy, right? That path to the monarchy was paved, and that the king that they had wanted, unfortunately, right, was didn't get to be their king, but it did set the foundation for the Prince of William of Orange to come in and slide into that spot, and you see he's so beloved by the Dutch people.
Fact 11. Dutch education, innovative schools, and free rides for students. The Dutch education system stands out for its structure, accessibility, and progressive perks.
Yeah.
Education is compulsory from the age of 5, but most children start primary school at 4. After primary education, students move into one of several secondary tracks based on their academic interests and skills, ranging from vocational to university preparatory programs. This tailored approach ensures every child finds a path suited to their abilities. The Netherlands also makes life easier for students by offering free public transport for those attending higher education, so getting to school or university
That's
is
very
both
nice.
easy and affordable.
That's very nice.
Buses, trams, and trains are packed with young learners, making daily commutes a breeze.
I love that.
Dutch schools often encourage creativity, independent thinking, and multilingualism. Many students graduate fluent in English and at least one other language. With modern facilities, practical teaching methods, and supportive policies, Dutch education is considered one of Europe's best, setting up young people for lifelong success.
That's a fact.
Fact 12. Dutch retirement. Government-backed security for all. The Netherlands is known for its solid and straightforward retirement system, designed to support citizens through their golden years. From the moment a person starts working, the government automatically enrolls them in the National Pension Scheme, called AOW. Contributions are deducted directly from salaries, so no one has to worry about setting up their own pension. Everything runs smoothly in the background. When Dutch residents reach retirement age, they receive a guaranteed state pension, regardless of their job history or income level. Many employers also provide additional private pension plans, creating a strong financial safety net. The process is remarkably hassle-free. Applications, calculations, and payments are handled efficiently by government agencies.
Let's go.
This means retirees can look forward to a stable income, excellent healthcare benefits, and plenty of leisure time. It's a system that has earned international respect for combining reliability, fairness, and peace of mind for every Dutch citizen.
That's pretty amazing. I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm starting to think about those retirement years more and more. And because I do YouTube, I'm self-employed. So here in the U.S., it's not like I'm putting money into Social Security. So yeah, I've started opening like Roth IRA accounts, traditional IRA accounts. Like I'm gonna start putting some money away for when I can't do this no more, or whenever I'm just done working. Period. And so shout out to the Dutch government for taking care of all your workers. Also shout out to the Dutch government for the education system that's put in place. I believe Dutch education is absolutely incredible. I feel like they give the kids the freedom and space to be creative, think outside of the box, and be able to think critically. Where in the U.S., I just feel like we're taught more to memorize stuff, and school is more so to prepare you for the workplace, and not necessarily to help you think outside of the box and help you think critically, and right, just foster that curiosity that kids naturally have. And I think the benefits offering free rides, free public transport to students. You guys are just awesome.
Fact 13. Sinterklaas, the Dutch Santa who inspired a global legend. Long before Santa Claus soared through American Christmas tales, the Dutch were already celebrating Sinterklaas, a white-bearded saint who arrives each December on a steamboat from Spain. Dressed in bishop's robes and riding a white horse, Sinterklaas brings gifts and sweets to well-behaved children, sparking excitement across the Netherlands.
Shout out
The
Sinterklaas.
beloved holiday is full of songs, parades, and playful rhymes. Sinterklaas's helpers, called Zwarte Piet or Black Pete, have been the center of controversy in recent years, due to their blackface costumes and old racial stereotypes. While some see the tradition as innocent, others view it as offensive and outdated. This debate has sparked nationwide discussions and led to many changes, such as Soot Piet, who sports smudges instead of full blackface. Regardless of the evolving tradition, Sinterklaas remains a cherished part of Dutch culture and the true inspiration for the modern Santa Claus known worldwide.
Sinterklaas.
Fact 14. Dutch culture: directness, pragmatism, and the art of complaining. Dutch culture is famously straightforward and refreshingly honest. If you ask for an opinion, be ready for the unvarnished truth. The Dutch take pride in their ability to offer constructive critique and don't shy away from saying what's on their mind, whether it's about politics, food, or everyday life. Complaining, or klagen, is practically a national pastime, but it's rarely just negativity. It's a way to bond, problem solve, and keep things running efficiently. Time is treated as a valuable asset in the Netherlands, so people dislike delays, pointless meetings, or beating around the bush. Conversations are direct and efficient, focused on solutions rather than small talk. This pragmatic approach extends to all aspects of life, from business to personal relationships, creating a culture where nothing is wasted. Not time, not words, and certainly not opportunities for improvement.
I feel like you definitely should be prepared for that Dutch directness if you go to the Netherlands. It's not rude. It's not mean. It's none of. It's how they communicate with one another. They're not beating around the bush. They're not going to waste your time or try to help your feelings. You're just going to say how it is, and they're going to be direct about it, which is absolutely respectable. So yeah, you better be prepared for that if you're going over there.
Fact 15. Elfstedentocht, the legendary 11 cities ice skating tour. One of the most iconic Dutch traditions is the Elfstedentocht, or 11 cities tour, a nearly 200-kilometer ice skating marathon through the frozen canals and lakes of Friesland. This epic race connects 11 historic towns and has become the stuff of legend, largely because it can only happen during the coldest winters when the ice is thick enough. The last Elfstedentocht was in 1997, as mild winters have made suitable conditions rare. Each winter, as soon as the temperatures drop, excitement sweeps the country. Locals and ice masters anxiously measure the thickness of the ice, with entire villages competing to see who can skate first. The most infamous race, known as the Hell of 63, saw bitter cold and fierce winds that turned the event into a true test of endurance, with only a fraction of the thousands of skaters finishing. The Elfstedentocht remains a cherished dream for Dutch skaters and spectators alike, symbolizing grit, community spirit, and the magic of a Dutch winter. Thank you for exploring the incredible legacy of the Netherlands with me today. If you enjoyed these fascinating Dutch facts, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Andy Explores the World for more mind-blowing travel stories. Have you ever visited the Netherlands or discovered a Dutch influence in your own country? Drop your thoughts, questions.
I definitely wish I had visited the Netherlands. I feel like the Netherlands would just be absolutely dope to get to experience. And some of these facts I've seen in other videos that I knew about, but others I had not known about yet. And I think that it's really cool. Like I didn't know that before William of Orange, right? There was another beloved king that kind of got the duchy acclimated to a monarchy system, and to want that's really dope. I didn't know the relationship they have between them and Canada, all the innovations that they've done. They've just been sensational. That's all we have. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, check out the next. See y'all next time.